you. We are strong when we are one. We will run and take our place. Let us rise and raise the flag. We are Vendresa, we are Vendresa, we are Lions of Niger. We are Vendresa, we are Vendresa, we are Lions of Niger. Well, 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 well. Through the storm and through the rain, we have come, we will prevail. Let your light now guide us through, for we need your help, oh God. We are Vendresa, we are Vendresa, we are Lions of Niger. We are Vendresa, we are Vendresa, we are Lions of Niger. Vendresa, 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 Vendresa. We are Vendresa, we are Vendresa, we are Lions of Niger. We are Vendresa, we are Vendresa, we are Lions of Niger.
Do you know you can make money as a Vendresa FC supporter? Yes! Just sign up and start earning. Step 1. Visit store.vendresafc.com. Click on Refer and Earn. Step 2. Fill in your details and register, or log in if you have an account already. And Step 3. Copy your referral URL. Share to your friends and start making money. You get a flat rate of 1,000 Naira credited to your bank account per jersey purchased via your referral link. What are you waiting for? Hurry now.
Introducing the Vandreza FC mobile app. Get latest updates, fixtures, player profiles, and live stream our games in one touch. It's your one-stop handy place to follow everything Vandreza. Vandreza FC mobile app is available both on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Now, you can take Vandreza FC wherever you go. Vandreza FC won't walk that road without you.
We won't walk that road without you. We are strong when we are one. We will run and take our place. Let us rise and raise the flag. We are Vandreza. We are Vandreza. We are lions of Nigeria. We are Vandreza. We are Vandreza. We are lions of Nigeria. Through the storm and through the rain, we have come, we will prevail. Let your light now guide us through, for we need your help, oh God. We are Vandreza. We are Vandreza. We are lions of Nigeria. We are Vandreza. We are Vandreza. We are lions of Nigeria. Vandreza, 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 Vandreza. We are Vandreza. We are Vandreza. We are lions of Nigeria. We are Vandreza. We are Vandreza. We are lions of Nigeria.
Do you know you can make money as a Vandreza FC supporter? Yes! Just sign up and start earning. Step 1. Visit store.vandrezafc.com. Click on Refer and Earn. Step 2. Fill in your details and register, or log in if you have an account already. And Step 3. Copy your referral URL. share to your friends and start making money. You get a flat rate of 1,000 naira credited to your bank account per jersey purchased via your referral link. What are you waiting for? Hurry now.
Introducing the Vandreza FC mobile app. Get latest updates, fixtures, player profiles, and live stream our games in one touch. It's your one-stop handy place to follow everything Vandreza. Vandreza FC mobile app is available both on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Now, you can take Vandreza FC wherever you go. Vandreza FC won't walk that road without you.
We won't walk that road without you. We are strong when we are one. We will run and take our place. Let us rise and raise the flag. We are Vandreza. We are Vandreza. We are lions of Nigeria. We are Vandreza. We are Vandreza. We are lions of Nigeria. Through the storm and through the rain, we have come, we will prevail. Let your light now guide us through, for we need your help, oh God. We are Vandreza. We are Vandreza. We are lions of Nigeria. We are Vandreza. We are Vandreza. We are lions of Nigeria. Vandreza, 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 Vandreza.
Do you know you can make money as a Vandreza FC supporter? Yes! Just sign up and start earning. Step 1. Visit store.vandrezafc.com. Click on Refer and Earn. Step 2. Fill in your details and register, or log in if you have an account already. And Step 3. Copy your referral URL. Share to your friends and start making money. You get a flat rate of 1,000 Naira credited to your bank account per jersey purchased via your referral link. What are you waiting for? Hurry now.
Introducing the Vandreza FC mobile app. Get latest updates, fixtures, player profiles, and live stream our games in one touch. It's your one-stop handy place to follow everything Vandreza. Vandreza FC mobile app is available both on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Now, you can take Vandreza FC wherever you go. Vandreza FC won't walk that road without you.
We won't walk that road without you. We are strong when we are one. We will run and take our place. Let us rise and raise the flag. We are Vandreza. We are Vandreza. We are lions of Nigeria. We are Vandreza. We are Vandreza. We are lions of Nigeria. Through the storm and through the rain, we have come, we will prevail. Let your light now guide us through, for we need your help, oh God. We are Vandreza. We are Vandreza. We are lions of Nigeria. We are Vandreza. We are Vandreza. We are lions of Nigeria.
you can make money as a Vandreza FC supporter? Yes! Just sign up and start earning. Step 1. Visit store.vandrezafc.com. Click on Refer and Earn. Step 2. Fill in your details and register, or log in if you have an account already. And Step 3. Copy your referral URL. Share to your friends and start making money. You get a flat rate of 1,000 Naira credited to your bank account per jersey purchased via your referral link. What are you waiting for? Hurry now.
In goal, we have OKKM, who would be in between the sticks. We also have for the other defenders in the team, we have Akakem, who will be playing as central back. There's also Felix at left back. Anderson, who is the captain of the team, as central back. While we have Samuel playing from the right back position. For the midfielders, who would have the job of creating the chances for the attackers, we have Akman, Lolo, Michael and Lawrence. And for the two attackers playing for Van Dresser this afternoon, Junior Ivo, who came from the bench in the last match against Team Lagos. He has been able to get the starting shirt this time around, and the fans will be hoping that he's able to complement Accra, who will be supporting him in attack.
Okay, well, very experienced Anderson Okekem, goalkeeper. He sat out last match. He was on the bench. He started from the bench, and now today he's making the starting 11. Of course, the captain of the side is back in the starting 11 today. He sat out last match, of course, from the bench. Talking about Onyekachi Akakem, played for FC Fanyuba and the likes in the Nigerian Professional Football League, and so this should really be, a huge one. Well, on the bench, the substitute bench, we'll see goalkeeper Edwin in this particular encounter. Emmanuel is also on the bench. Desmond, a couple of new players for the Lions of Nigeria this season. Patterson Ayong, of course, the Cameroonian who was the captain of their game against Team Lagos, also is starting from the bench in this encounter. Ekerete Udom, yes, the tall man, I like to call him.
Before I come up for the all the camera is showing now.
My own, they no see me. They no see me. Go check out.
They see you now. Oh yeah, go.
If you don't reach there, go confirm. See my shot. I go stay for this shot. Don't see him. I go stay for this shot. Don't see the shot.
Okay.
Go check out.
And I will see. I will give you some.
Of the opponent, talking about MFMFC. So let's see where this comes out from. Goalkeeper for the MFM side, Jerry Isaac, wearing the captaincy band for the home side, MFM. Of course, he sent a crossing to his teammate right there in his own half. Really good. We hope that we can get all of the action here live to you wherever you're listening to us, video on vandezafc.com. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Also, if you have the mobile app for Vandeza Football Club, of course, it's on Google Play Store, it's on Apple Store also, and so you could go there and catch all the actions live. And it's a corner kick. Yes, it's corner kick actually to Vandeza Football Club, and we hope that something will come out of this. And it's a great save from the goalkeeper of MFM Football Club, Jerry Isaac. Beautiful save. It was a 22 meters out from the edge of the box by the Lions of Niger. And Jerry Isaac, the goalkeeper for MFM, really parried that one. That was beautiful. It should have just been a shot and straight up for the Lions of Niger. They should have gotten that particular shot into the net. But of course, Jerry Isaac lived up to the expectation of MFM, and he parried that one. Not only missing their target, talking about the Lions of Niger. What do you make of that last attempt by VFC?
Well, a good early pressing from Vandresa, as we've seen them dominate in the last couple of minutes. We've already seen like chances testing the MFM goalkeeper with a very decent shot by Anderson, and you could see that they are really trying to like get themselves into they are looking to like get in the opener in this encounter.
Okay, so right here is with several fans come out here in their face mask to listen to enjoy this particular game. Right now, the free kick is under the control of course, the one who takes this from here?
Yeah, it's been a very, very good match overall from the Van Dresser team. They've shown in quality anytime in the attack, and we've also seen like the quality of the MFM team. They've also been done close, but they are still here to find like a shot on target. It's been like a very, very good in 5 minutes to draw about in this encounter, and both teams are currently showing that they are capable of hurting each other.
Capable of hurting each other, as Promise Blue will say. Really, let's see who gets the odds. At least for the first 45 minutes, we'll be able to tell who really will likely predict a good prediction. Right now, MFM with the ball, and it's a free kick. Will it be a free kick? No. The center referee says no. That man from MFM Football Club brought down just 10 meters away from the penalty area. And of course, what does the center referee decide? Did he say it's a free kick? Well, it is not really a free kick to MFM Football Club. Go to the Lions of Niger. And yes, man, it's really amazing. Christopher Lolo right there, of course, on the pitch of play. In possession now of the ball, the Lions of Niger.
Yeah, you can see the last time MFM tried to attack. That was a very, very nice tackle. The attacker was free to shoot at goal, but you could say like the interception was just like spot on to deny the MFM attack, and that shows that he has his eyes on the ball, and he's been doing very, very good from the central back position.
Really, really good right now. Justice Zakaria with the ball for MFM, doing so well, trying to tackle the likes of Evo Junior right there in the level from perpetrating into their target, and so it's throwing to the Lions of Niger. And okay, one man, just a slight knock there from that throwing, not so serious, and it's a goal kick to MFM. MFM are of course under the leadership of Coach Tony Booth. Reinstated match 2020, of course. He replaced Fidelis Ilechukwu, who had a 14-year stint with this MFM side, and of course taking over after a few games. He was asked to step aside for Coach Olumide and then reinstated back, and so he's really been with this team about 10 to 12 months, and so really done so well. Their form in the league is just average, 5 goals for and 4 goals against, and so it's really nice. And right now we see Van der Sar still with the ball. They're in their own half, comfortable, trying to stabilize, trying to get their act right in this game. And so MFM really trying to push forward, pushing into the half of Van Dresser FC. The ball right now in midfield, and it was really a high flying tackle for MFM's Paul Obata, that man who has played for Accra United, really experienced in the Nigeria Professional Football League, having a slight challenge for the ball with the Van Dresser lads. But at the end of the day, the referee says, okay, it's a free kick, and play continues here. We have 11 minutes of play still. MFM Football Club 0, Van Dresser FC 0. So it's MFM 0, Van Dresser FC 0. We'll see what comes out of it. Ivo Junior pointing to his colleagues, okay, please, let's do this. I really like the gestures from the Lions of Niger. Ivo Junior trying to communicate, of course, with some of his teammates on the pitch of play. Christopher Lolo, trying to set themselves right. I mean, communication with players on the pitch of play brings better understanding when it comes to passes, crosses, and trying to get the business done. Promise.
Yeah, and very, very true. In as much as we've not seen any clear cuts in chance in this match, but you could see that both teams are beginning to move together as a team. We've seen some very, very good exchange of play, especially between Ivo Junior and Ivo in attack. Although they are still yet to create any glitz edge in chance, but you could see that the understanding is getting better, and with more games they should surely firing on all cylinder. But from the early signs, not so bad. It's just a matter of time. If they get the right passes from midfield, they could be hurting the MFM attack.
Well, looking at the lineup for Vandrosa Football Club, Coach Raphael Everton, testing some of his very experienced players. Start out the last match against Team Lagos. It's a free kick, of course, to MFM Football Cup, taken by Temim Adebayo. Temim Adebayo finds his teammate just in the half of Vandrosa. What can they make of this? It's really, really a huge tackle by Pedicinayo on the pitch of play. And it's a chance for Vandrosa FC. Ivo Jr. now with the ball in the half. Of course, oh goodness, that was a shot hit for me. If you ask me, just from the edge of the box for the Lions of Nigeria, Ivo Jr. Well, I could see him trying to balance to make that shot, but of course, a goalkeeper for MFM, Jerry Isaac, did so well to parry that.
Well, great chance for Vandrosa India. For the first time, they are creating a very, very nice opportunity. This move started from Samuel, who broke the play of MFM from midfield, sent a diagonal run right to Ivo Jr. Ivo Jr. had just the opportunity of beating his man, which he did, boss. His calling effort could not just be the goalkeeper of MFM, but that was a very, very decent chance for Vandrosa, and more of that should be expected as this game continues.
The game is continuing. Yes, it continues as promised did say. Vandrosa is still with the ball position. And can they push forward? And it's a long shot, a long connecting cross. That man for the Lions of Nigeria.
Yeah, for the second time in just a minute, you can see Vandrosa joining the attack. Great play. They are making use of the wings this time, something we didn't see in the first match. And you could see the interchange of play between their midfielders and wingers. And the crosses are beginning to come out. And this is very, very encouraging from Vandrosa.
Really, really encouraging. I totally agree with you, Promise. And the MFM in charge right now, Paulo Bata finds Justice Zakaria sent to the lock shot into the 18-yard box of Vandrosa. The goalkeeper Anderson Okeke gets that one, and of course passes it to the midfield backline for the defense backline that is for Vandrosa FC. Oyekachia Kakem, Felix also there, and his teammates. It's a shot off target for MFM Football Club. That was really huge. A great attempt there from the middle of the park by the Lukoya boys. And it went way, way wide off the target.
That was a great shot by Temim Adebayo. You could see that he has a wicked left foot. You could see how well he took out into the defenders with just a beauty of a touch, but his effort just kept rising, and that was a good try by the MFM midfielder.
Good try by Temim Adebayo. Yes, he was on the bench for their last game against Abia Warriors in Umaya. Great winger for MFM, really doing so well. Okay, it's a free kick now to Vandrosa Football Club. Ivo Jr. is there. Okay, the referee say back to MFM. It's their own free kick, and the man Temim Adebayo will take it. Yes, he takes this particular one just around the middle of the park, and it lands in a series of headers as both teams struggle for the ball, fight for the ball, that is. But all of that does not count because the referee blows his whistle and a goal kick to the Lions of Niger.
Yes, after a very good start from Vandrosa, you could see that the MFN team are beginning to get back into the game. The last 3 minutes has been all about them, from the chances, the half chances they've created, and from the possession. We've seen them beginning to control like large in part of play, but still yet to text the Vandrosa goalkeeper. But the signs are very, very good for both teams. This game is so far evenly balanced as it could still go anywhere.
Okay, really balanced, really okay. Alright, so we have seen so far 16 minutes of play, TMFM 0, Vandrosa FC 0. High flying football here at the end of the stadium. Godwineko, of course, sitting out on the bench. And it's the ball is right now with Vandrosa, Christopher Lolo, Victor Akran. Ivo Jr. now trying to show some dribbling skills. really amazing. With that man from MFM.
Well, for someone like Evo Jr., it reminds you of a very young Ronaldo who was terrorizing in defenses. You can see how well he moves, quite a very, very good in touch, but still still a very young striker, but the signs are still very good early on.
Really, really good signs, as promised to say. Announce a chance for Van Dreza. Oh my goodness, a good defensive play up by MFM Football Club. Announce a chance for Van Dreza. And that was a goodness can from the penalty area for the Lions of Niger. But the MFM defensive lineup was on ground to ensure that all of that does not count. Really, really high contesting match, I want to say. Anderson Okekem finds his teammates talking for the Lions of Niger. Total control here, ball possession from both sides. From what we have seen here at the stadium, 60-40. 60 for Van Dreza Football Club, 40 for MFM Football Club. And they appear to be pressing more. I promise we've not seen so much pushing forward, as I would say, from the MFM side. You know, the possession of the ball has been more with the Lions of Niger pressing forward, even though we know that, yes, of course, this team being used by MFM is made up of 50% of the first team players and 50% of the second team players, per se. So I expected to see someone like Dennis Obasi for MFM, who is really doing the business for them this season. He scored one of the goals for them in one of their matches away from home. Really amazing, but he's not on the pitch of play today. But we've seen some first team players, the likes of Paul Obata, we've seen the likes of Amu Mumuni and the rest, and so it's really not something you can say, okay, after all, it's not the first team, you should just write it off.
Yeah, you can see from the passage of play that in both teams are lacking that in chemistry, especially with the final ball from midfield, and you could tell that the rested players from their last matches. We could see that in the last match, Abariko Silva was the guy creating the chances for Van Dreza, but in this encounter, they flagged that final ball. Lulu has tried his best in midfield, but the attackers are not really getting the needed passes, just as we've also seen from the MFM in team. They are not really getting the best of balls in the final third, and that could just be one of the reasons why we've not seen the attackers banging or test the goalkeeper as much as we would have loved.
Well, as much as we would have loved, but for me, I think the call is too early to distinguish between these two sides. But I would say having the likes of Lolo right now with the ball, and it's a free kick awarded to Van Dreza Football Club. Lolo takes it, but Paul Obata was on ground to ensure that did not go through. And so it's 27 minutes. MFM 0, Van Dreza FC 0. Van Dreza FC in the penalty area, and it's a handball. What does the referee say? It's a handball. It's a shot by the Lions of Niger. Well, the referee has the final say. So he says play continues. That should not be a penalty. And Van Dreza FC player is down.
Well, a time for both teams to get to a rest has been. It's been like end-to-end stuff in the last 5 minutes, but like the passage right now is just a time for both teams, the coaches of both teams to just pass their instruction to the teams.
Sunday Latunde was the one for MFM Football Club, who had that little contact with the ball in their own penalty area. I was expecting, of course, the referee to respond, possibly with a penalty for the Lions of Niger, but he says no, play continues.
Yeah, that could have gone anyway as it was a bottle and in situation. The referee most likely felt in that the player did not, his hand didn't move away from his body, reason why he didn't like give that as a penalty. But another referee could have easily like pointed to the spot.
Ivo Junior takes a free kick for Vandresa Football Club. It gets straight into the hands of Jerry Exik, the goalkeeper for Vandresa Football Club. And a man is down for MFM. Sunday Olatunde is back on his feet. Of course, he had a soft tackle with a VFC player, and the center referee says it's a free kick to MFM Football Club. So we've seen so far goal attempts from the visitors in this encounter. Vandresa 3 for MFM Football Club 2. We've seen 2 shots on target for the Lions of Nigeria and none for MFM Football Club. Off target have been MFM 2, Vandresa FC 1. Jersey number 32, Ifeanyi Onyebuchi, gets that free kick cross from his teammates. But all of that ended at a draw for Vandresa Football Club. It's in the last 2 minutes, Promise, we've seen a lot of short plays because we've seen so much tackles. Of course, the game of football is a game of contact. So we've seen some short plays, and we've seen a lot of tackles from both sides that have either sent 1 or 2 players down. And so that free flow of ball on the pitch of play between these 2 sides have really been cut short in the last 2 to 3 minutes of this encounter.
Yes, in the tempo of the game has dropped in the last few minutes, especially with a lot of tackles in flying, and the referee has been lenient as we are still yet to see any card for any of the teams. But the players definitely did not been the best in the last few minutes, as both teams have been very, very careful in their approach. Probably they are trying to avoid being injured, but finally we get to see the first yellow card, which goes to an MFM player.
Okay, so we've seen so far, we've seen 23 minutes of play. MFM 0, Vandresa FC 0. So it's a goal kick now. The Lions of Niger. So a yellow card given to Sunday Olatunde of MFM Football Club. He was booked the very first booking of this game. Daniel of MFM, Justice Zechariah, that is, of MFM, really challenged the Lion of Niger player. Plays on. Ivo Junior. So far so good. Just 1 yellow card for this encounter. Fair play is all about it when it comes to football. And their last game against Team Lagos, we didn't see any card being issued. So it was call it a clean game. With a clean victory, that is, you would want to say 2-1 for the Lions of Niger. Goalkeeper Jerry Isaac for MFM sends in a goal kick. Intercepted by Anderson of Vandresa Football Club, Christopher Lolo. Lolo was intercepted by Temi Madibayo of MFM. Still possession now back to MFM. MFM, this should be their first attempt at goal, but of course the defensive lineup of the likes of Akakem, Felix Anderson, ensured that the boys did not penetrate the back four for the Lions of Niger.
Yes, this should leave the fans as the game has been the tempo of the game has been quite dull in the last few minutes.
Packing up the balls in and out the defense. Oh my goodness, the MFM Football Club. This should be their first shot on target.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Ramon Akoni, trying to bamboozle his way past the defenders, but his shot drifted wide as it did not really trouble the goalkeeper of Van Dresa.
Ramon Akani, one of the first team players for MFM, he was in their away game against Lobby Stars, where they lost 1-0 in Makurdi at the Apaku Stadium. So really a great attempt by him for the Olukoya boys. But of course, the ever active Okekem was on ground, even though he did not have to waste any effort to parry that. Goal kick to Van Dresa Football Club. Atmosphere here at the Agege Stadium, just a bit warm. Not too hot, not too cold either. Hard flying ball we see now in the midfield area. Passes of headers. As Lions of Niger miss possession there, and it's an attempt at goal. That man for MFM is down.
Yeah, Tenim Adebayo. Yeah, great opportunity for MFM in here. They mark the Van Dresa player in midfield to get the opportunity. Tenim Adebayo kept moving, had the opportunity of going wide or going alone. Decided to go alone, but his shot was just not good enough as he drafted. The ball just went wide.
Not good enough. He appears to be the only winger in this game that has really tried to press. But we still have Kolobata for MFM, even though I've really not seen much of his action in this game. But Tenim Adebayo has been all over the defense of Van Dresa, trying to get past to get a goal. But Kolobata right now sent a ball, tried to send the ball, which has already gone out of the sidelines. But of course the referee says it's a throw into Van Dresa Football Club. Oloye takes it for Van Dresa Football Club, and it results in another throw-in. A player of MFM Football Club is down.
Yeah, a collision between both players, Oloye and the MFM in number 15 shots, or that should be Momoni.
Yes, Momoni Amo.
Not enough to get a yellow card for Oloye.
Well, the center referee is trying to caution the bench of MFM. As we see one of the technical staff trying to interfere in the game from the sidelines, and the center ref is saying, look, calm down. Throwing out to Van Dresa FC. Oloye takes it, connects Ivo Junior back to Oloye, and is intercepted by MFM. Kolobata gets that one, but of course the center referee blows his whistle for free kick. Taken by Onyebuchi Fayin. Play in the midfield region. Good dribbling skills there by MFM. Of course, that man, Onyebuchi Fayin, once again, it's a throw to Van Dresa Football Club. Onyebuchi Fayin really been amazing.
Okay, yeah, that was Ramon Akoni for MFM. That was good in technique from the attacking midfielder. You could see the way he controlled the ball, beat his man, very lively anytime he has the ball, and he has been one of the brightest sparks for MFM anytime they are going forward. He alongside Tenim Adebayo, they've been very decent in this encounter.
I've not really seen so much action from Michael Mbono, for the MFM side. Even though I know that yes, of course, his play position can really be a big determining factor in this game. But although It's still 0-0. In case you're just joining us, video.vandrezafc.com or on the VFC app. We've seen 31 minutes of play. Still MFM 0, Vandreza FC 0. Paul Obata now with the ball. Tackles Oyinkachi Akakem. Rock solid defender. He wins that challenge. Onyebuchi Ifeanyi with the ball now for MFM.
Well, in considering the experience of Paul Obata, you should expect more from him. But it's been very, very quiet in this encounter compared to the other MFM wingers. It's not been able to make much of a difference anytime he has the ball, and not encouraging from the MFM attacker so far.
Well, that Paul Obata, I so much admire his left-footed. He's a left-footed player and really, really amazing. Felix now with the ball for Vandreza. He gets a long cross from his teammates in the midfield, but it was intercepted by the back four of Vandreza, of MFM football coach Christopher Lolo. Oh my goodness, that was a huge blow on Christopher Lolo's face. It's a game of contact, and we see that man, Abu Mumuni, Temi Nadebayo, that is. The center ref did not book him for that. It's a game of contact. It was a big hit on Lolo's face by Temi Adebayo, but the center ref says no, easy.
Yeah, Temi was very lucky to go away without a booking in there, because you could see his elbow was on the face of Christian Lolo. Very, very, very lucky for the MFM player.
Okay, play is on now. Lolo to Michael to displaced off the ball by Temi Adebayo. But of course, Felix of Vandreza Football Club steals possession back for the Lions of Niger. Both teams, of course, dispossessing themselves in the space of 30 seconds to 1 minute. That's what football is all about. Temi Adebayo all over the pitch for MFM Football Club, and it's a chance for MFM. He's trying so hard to turn around, that player of MFM.
Yeah, it's a Chukwuchimeze.
Yeah, trying so hard to turn around from the edge of the box in an attempt to get a shot at goal against Vandreza.
Yes, he shielded the ball so well, tried to turn, but he could say that was great defending from Akakem to disturb him from now in turning, because if he had turned, it would have been moving straight on goal, and that could have been very, very maybe bad for Vandreza.
Promise though, what do you make of the pace of the game? The tempo of the game is beginning to change, really, really fast right now. What do you make of that?
Yeah, and the pace is beginning to pick off as we get into the final minutes of the first half. So both teams are just trying to get in the lead, or at least to get the lead going into the halftime break. And you could see the instruction from both managers are beginning to yield in fruit as they are encouraging their players from the bench to keep moving, to keep challenging, and that is why we've seen more purpose from both teams.
Okay, so do not forget, you can download the Vandreza FC app on Google Play Store and on an Apple Store if you're an Apple user. And then you could join this live stream of the game between MFM and Vandreza FC on video at mfm.com, video.vandrezafc.com. Watch live on the Vandreza FC mobile app. I talked about downloading it on Google Play Store and on Apple Store, and then video.vandrezafc.com if you do not have the app. But of course, advisable to download the app and enjoy the game. Oyinkachi Akakem, the captain of the side, with the ball for Vandreza FC, passes to Lolo. Lolo finds his teammate there. Astor tried to do justice. Lawrence Effiong sent in the long cross for Vandreza Football Club, but dispossessed of the ball by the defensive lineup of Vandreza, of MFM Football Club, that is.
Well, in as much as we've not seen any goal in this encounter, but credit goes to the defenders for holding their own in this encounter. In as much as Akakim has also done great for Van Dresa, you could see how well Injustice Zechariah is controlling the defense for MFM. So when the attackers are now doing that great, we've seen like the defenders, making sure that they are not beaten and they don't get a concede. We've seen great defending from both teams in this encounter.
A throw now to VFC. Felix takes it, tries to find Oloye. Oloye gets the ball, Oyekachi Akakem, and then it's a soft tackle between Oyekachi Akakem and Ramu Akani. Ramu Akani is down.
No, it's been a very tough challenge between this Chimeze and Akakem. It's been the head-to-head battle. The attacker and the defender. So far, it's been a very tough one. Akakem has not given Izuchukwu any space in break. Anytime Izuchukwu has the ball, Akakem is all over him in the air. He had the opportunity of breaking on the counter, but you just expect as the central back or the last man to not allow the defender or the attacker to beat him.
Well, the MFM player is down on the pitch of play. Ramu Akani being attended to by medics. Okay, Michael Mbono it is, jersey number 30. He's back on his feet. Can he continue? Okay, the medics taking him to the sidelines for proper examination and hopefully he gets to continue the game. So free kick to MFM. Ivo Junior gets the ball for Van Dresa Football Club. A fine run of play to Lawrence Effiong. Well, it's packing the boss moment. And all of those series of play from the midfield, Ivo Junior, Lawrence Effiong, of course Lolo, Akakem, all of that ends in a throw. So far so good. We've seen 38 minutes of play. And we've seen shot on target 3 for Van Dresa Football Club, none for MFM Football Club. Are you surprised with that promise? Or shot on target?
Well, I'm very surprised.
For
MFM knowing the terrain so well, no in shot on targets in the last 45 or in the first half. You could say that the Van Dresa team have done their homework well on the MFM players, and with guys like Temin and Izuchu could not have him in the space to out them. We could see that from the shot on target. The midfielders and attackers of MFM have not been given the opportunity to express themselves in this first half, and kudos to the defense line of Van Dresa.
Okay, first water break of this encounter. Really not hot though, but of course water is life, they say, promise.
Absolutely.
So it's the first water break as we see Coach Tony Bullis talk to his boys, use the opportunity to talk to his boys, as well as Raphael Everton, ginger his boys to say, yes guys, we can do it. We still have about 6 minutes to the 45th minute mark here in the first half, and so let's see the difference. Which of these teams will be making the difference in this game? Play continues. Play resumes, that is after that water break. Jerry Isaac, MFM Football Club goalkeeper, goal kick. He takes it, headed by Oyekachi Akakem of Van Dresa Football Club. Ivo Junior intercepts that header, and the referee, the center ref, blows his whistle for another free kick for MFM, taken by Onyebuchi Ifeanyi. Another free kick now given to MFM Football Club, and it's a fast one there taken by them. Just a series of crosses. As we see Temi Madebayo try to challenge the ball. Another free kick Goal kick that is to Van Dresa Football Club. Okay, center referee clarifies that. A free kick. Lolo Christopher will be taking this one for Van Dresa. He passes to Accra. Victor Accra of Van Dresa Football Club. Oekachia Kakem with the ball, passes back to Anderson Okekem, the goalkeeper for Lions of Niger. And it's a long shot. So we still have about 4 minutes as we see Oloye for Van Dresa to Lolo to Akakem back to goalkeeper Okekem.
Well, it seems in both teams are already looking at the halftime break.
Exactly.
We've not seen much of an attacking play by both teams in the last few minutes. They are a bit more carefree in their approach, and we've not seen that in final push that could create an opening.
Okay, now Akakem tries to stop Michael Mbono from penetrating his own defense. And it's a counter. Ivo Jr. picks up the ball for Van Dresa Football Club. Makes fine, skillful display around the midfield. But of course, his final effort ended up in a throw.
Yeah, poor decision from Ivo in Junior India. Had the opportunity of breaking on the counter. Had a lot of options on the left hand and right, but his final ball was just so poor. Could have decided to go solo or even find a teammate, but he would also be very disappointed with his decision.
Disappointed decision. But I must say, this is just one of because so far Ivo Junior in this game has really been good for Van Dresa. He came on as a substitute in the game against Team Lagos, where they won 2-1, and he really didn't have much time to display, coming in as a second-half substitute. But we see now the assistant coach of MFM, Coach Yema, trying to pep talk Sunday Olatunde as we await the referee whistle for a throw to MFM. Van Dresa player had a slight knock being attended to, and he juggles up out to the sidelines talking about that man, Victor Accra. So it's a throw now taken by MFM. MFM possession of the ball. Michael Mbono passes to Sunday Olatunde. Finds his teammate just at the edge of the box, and it's a good run into the 18-yard box, just as we see. MFM being stopped by Van Dresa Football Club just in the area. MFM are finding it so difficult to get a shot at goal. The Lions of Nigeria, how do you rate the defense display from them so far?
Well, they've really worked hard in this match. They've kept a very good eye line when defending, and anytime they're also man-marking their opponent, it has been spot on. So you could see the last chance MFM had a very, very good diagonal play to the byline. Their left back kept moving, but the final thing, you could get a last tackle from the Van Dresa player.
No shot on target for MFM Football Club in this game, as against 3 for Van Dresa Football Club, as we count down to the final minutes of the first half of the second half here at the Agege Stadium. MFM Football Club 0, Van Dresa FC 0. And we have seen 40 minutes of play. And no goal so far in this encounter. So it's 4-4. Offside, 1 for Van Dresa, none for MFM. As we have seen the halftime whistle gone ahead for this encounter. So it's halftime here at the Agege Stadium. Halftime, Van Dresa FC 0, MFM 0, and halftime starts. 3 corner kicks for Van Dresa, 1 for MFM Football Club, 1 yellow card apiece for both sides. Number of offsides has been 1 for Van Dresa and none for MFM. Shots off target have been 1 for Van Dresa and 4 for MFM. Shots on target have been 3 for Van Dresa and none for MFM. And then we've seen no goal recorded by any of the sides. Halftime analysis. I promise in 30 seconds. What do you make of the very first 45 minutes of this game?
Well, it's been a game of half chances so far, with both teams going close to getting the opener. But great defending by the Van Dresa team to deny MFM anytime they went like looking for that opener. So you could say that Van Dresa have been very, very good, as MFM have not been able to get any shot on target. All their shots have been wayward, and that is due to good defending from the Van Dresa team.
Right, see you in the second half of this encounter at the Agege Stadium.
times as we've seen like good movements from the attackers and the defenders also. It's been a balanced play. We've not like seeing like much difference between like the superior in team from the attackers to
Bring it down, please. Thank you. All right, promise, first 45 minutes gone in this highly anticipated friendly. It's a goalless situation. What do you make of it?
Yeah, not much is also played in both teams. It's been a very, very entertaining in first half. Both teams have tried their luck to get to the opener, but great defending, especially on the part of Van Dresa, to deny MFM from getting any shot on target in the first half. And you could see how well Akakema has been able to like marshal his defense from not getting MFM attackers to get getting through on goal. So it's been a very, very great defending job from the Van Dresa team.
All right, great defense. They call him the general in defense, Akakem, the captain of the side. They haven't come close to scoring. Seems more like what we witnessed in the last friendly against Team Lagos, where it was a barren first half. In fact, they even conceded. Would you say this is a much improved game from Team Lagos? Obviously, the opponents are more high profile, but according to the standard of play so far that Van Dresa have displayed, is it a better performance than the last game?
Well, a better first half in performance compared to the match against Team Lagos, as they were already a goal behind against in Team Lagos. But this time, unlike the match against Team Lagos, where they didn't like created much from open play, we've seen them use more of the wings, and we've seen like Ivo Junior having a couple of decent openings to test the goalkeeper. So it's been better in play from Team Van Dresa, and the coach would surely be expecting a better second half performance. We saw him make a couple of changes in the second half in the match against Team Lagos to make the difference, and the fans would also be expecting more of that when the second half begins.
Well, both teams are tuning up to their weekend games. What will be the appropriate results for Van Dresa, for instance?
Well, it will be all about making sure that they don't concede, as that would give the goalkeeper and also the defense line a whole lot of confidence going into the encounter, and having also to taste in victory in back-to-back matches for Team Van Dresa will give them confidence in going into their match against Delta Force, as the team will be high on in confidence going into that encounter. So I feel that a victory would be the best result, but a victory and also at the same time keeping a clean sheet, making sure that they don't get to commit any silly errors, and also avoiding injuries. That would be very, very crucial, in as much as we've seen them like tweak their lineup, but we've seen like a couple of first team players getting the feature in this encounter. So the coach will also be having that at the back of his mind, that there should not be an injury in this encounter, as it would need a full squad going into their first encounter against Delta Force.
All right, you already said the second half you expect that some changes will be made by Coach Everton. We'll wait to see about that. We'll also wait to see what Coach Tony Bullis has in store in the second half. But before we go back to the commentaries and the game, you mentioned Akakem. Would that be your man of the match so far, you think?
Well, I feel...
Or who would you give it to?
It's in contention for the man of the match. In the first 45 minutes, it will be difficult to pick any player that was better than him.
If the game finishes now, for instance,
it should be Akakem right now, because it's been very, very solid at the defense. You could see from his interception how well he breaks play, and his distribution, not just about his defending all round. He has also been able to like start in the play from defense, which is also very, very good to see, as in ball playing defenders are very, very crucial.
It seems like VFC's gameplay has been all about defenders. In the first game,
we saw two defenders, coming to score. And now we're seeing a defender being outstanding for you. What is going on with the attack of Van der Zee FC?
Well, for Van der Zee FC, they made a couple of changes to the lineup from the first leg, and for Ivo Junior,
that's against Team Lagos.
Yeah, Team Lagos. It's been like the main attacker in this encounter, but they are still lacking that fox in the box to get in and get the chances. But you could not just like put all the blames on the attackers, as the boss from midfield. We've not seen like that in creativity from midfield. Christian Lula has really tried with the diagonal passes or the crossing fit passes to release the wingers, but we've not seen that telling pass or that glitch chance being created by the midfielders of Van der Zee. Something the coach will definitely need to work on going into the second half and in subsequent games.
All right, and it's the second half is what we're looking forward to right now. I'll be joining you on the commentaries in the second 45. Stay tuned to VFC TV because it's an exciting second installment of VFC versus MFM is upon us. Stay tuned.
Apologies, sir.
Let's get ready.
Bro, where you?
Introducing the Van der Zee FC mobile app. Get latest updates, fixtures, player profiles, and live stream our games in one touch. It's your one-stop handy place to follow everything Van der Zee. Van der Zee FC mobile app is available both on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Now, you can take Van der Zee FC wherever you go. Van der Zee FC won't walk that road without you.
We won't walk that road without you. We are strong when we are one. We will run and take our place. Let us rise and raise the flag. We are Van der Zee. We are Van der Zee. We are lions of Nigeria. We are Van der Zee. We are Van der Zee. We are lions of Nigeria. Well,
Discounts on VFC merchandise purchased via our store. Discounts on natural tickets.
Are you muted? I put it on. I put on the mic. Mute. It's on now.
All right, welcome to thank you very much for rejoining us on the commentaries as we welcome you back to the Agege Stadium where we've been here all this while, and in just the opening minutes of the second 45 we already have a free kick there by MFM FC. It shows that the competition is getting stiffer. It's Adebayo Tenim who took that one for MFM FC. Well, I'm George Essien and we're replacing Ekekere Monday for the second 45. It's a second half substitution, if you like to call it that, as we all take turns in having a feel of this exciting game. Well, many would be hoping that this one day will be a fixture in the Nigerian Professional Football League, but that would only happen if Vanderbilt FC do get that sole ticket from the Southern Conference Group B1. They have been placed in the NNL. MFM have been occupants of this stadium for a very long time, and I'm sure they'll be having something to prove today. As we get to the pitch in particular, that's Lolo to Evo. Evo has been one of those dominant players in the first half, and like Promise did say during the halftime analysis, the midfield of Panthers needs to see how they can connect more with those attackers. In place of Golden Odor, who featured for the team last Sunday against Team Lagos, and Victor Accra, the Bionibo born striker who has achieved his dream of playing professional football, spotted from a village tournament in Bionibo. At that time, the then Philadelphia Unity Cup. He was one of the players. Got spotted there in that tournament, found his way into the Van Dresa team, and now he is in the first team of the side. And just as we talked about him, he's being substituted. Victor Akra right there. Well, the tallest man on the pitch first makes way for Peter, who has had a lot of his action on the pitch. And we also have Amos Okoro, who is off for Victor Akra. That's a double substitution by Coach Rafael Everton, gradually introducing those players that he used in the first game on Lagos soil right here at the MFM Stadium. It's a goalless situation in case you're just joining us from wherever. Watching us live on Van Dresa TV via the Van Dresa FC app. Welcome. Promise is still here with me.
Yeah, in both teams, in mean business in the second half, as we've seen changes for Team Van Dresa. They've already made a double in change as they look to get themselves an opener in this encounter. One of the changes happens to be a defensive one, as Udom Ikerete has been introduced, and it will be partnering Akakem for the final 40 minutes of this game, while the second substitution is Okoro Ubagu Amos, who has been introduced. He will be playing from the wings in this encounter. For MFM, they made 5 changes as coach in Tony Bolos tinker with his team and up to get it up now.
All right, who will get it up now? We're going to find out. It was Nelson Michael who was stepping up to take the resultant free kick, but he makes way for Christopher Lolo, the ex-Akwa United player who's now in his second season with Van Dresa FC. It looks like a handball was spotted there, but referee says play on. Instead, he gives a free kick to MFM, and that's much to the amazement of some of the spectators, predominantly journalists who are right here. Amo Mumuni there was the man who would have been a culprit of that handball, but lucky to get out is Evo Jr., who's finding his way right now, and it looks like Van Dresa FC are getting in, and Lawrence Avion was quite disappointed at that in-swinger from Evo Jr. He's been doing a great work at the flanks there, the jersey number 7. But the connections to the strikers has been the issue. Amos Okoro right there standing just in front of the goalkeeper. He sends it through to Bala Oloyede. Aliu Adebayo there standing around. It's in to the captain of the side. He tries to beat Nelson. But Nelson there kicks it away. The throw-in quickly taken by MFM, who'll be hoping to this weekend try to see how they can amass all 3 points in their MFM encounter.
Yeah, MFM will be playing in Kwara United in this weekend in the NPFL as they look to move into the top 6 of the table. They're currently 8 on the log, and it's been a very, very good start for Team MFM, having won in 3 of their first 6 matches, drawing 2 with their only defeat coming against in Lobby Stars. They've looked very, very encouraging when playing away from home, and they're still unbeaten at the Agege Stadium, something which is very encouraging for their fans. And if they get to lose this encounter. It will be their first defeat ever since the season started, as they are yet to lose any game in this season at the Agege Stadium. So Van Drosa have a lot on their hands to get one over the Team MFM team, as they've looked very, very decent and organized when playing at home.
All right, decency is key. Van Drosa FC is still in this game. It tells a lot, no doubt. The defense has been the much talked about department of the side, while the midfield, according to recent analysis, has been somewhat missing, the missing link. But when you wonder how the likes of Evo Jr. gets the ball and tries to locate some strikers, you do know that the ball actually goes there, and that's that utility man, Ekenete Odom, the tallest man on the pitch, showing his stuff again, but it came to naught, safely taken by the MFM goalie, who tries to find the man up front. Michael Mbono was the man who was trying to see how he can orchestrate things, get it at the back of the net. The result is a throw-in for MFM FC.
Well, Odom Ekenete has been like the utility man since coming in for Team Van Drosa. As we've seen him in all aspects, in all areas of the game. We've seen him in central defense when Van Drosa are defending, when they are trying to break play. We've seen him doing that in midfield, and in attack when the crosses are coming in. He's been able to use his height to like threaten the defense line of MFM. Quite a very, very good player for any team to have, as he could like cover a lot of ground and complement his teammates very well.
It kind of seems like both teams trying to play safe, even though Van Drosa, lovely flick there, made in Brazil, delivered right here in Nigeria. It's a Samba boy, Evo Jr., who I did say in the first game, he has some sort of flicks and tricks up those boots of his, and he's showing them right here how to first in. Look at that turn, and hope you find somebody. Unfortunately, couldn't. It looks like the ball had gone out of touch. That's Evo Jr. for you. Dazzling right there, knows how to do the turns and the twists. It's one thing to do that too, it's another thing to make sure it results in the goal. And that's if everyone plays their parts. It was a cruise there, but the ball is with Lawrence if you're right now. The former Abia Comets man, Lolo, just seemed to be running around the ball as MFM reclaim possession and going for goal. It looks like definitely they will aim for it, but then they have the tallest man on the pitch, Ekenete Odom, who holds on to it, refuses to let go, and by some circumstance, VFC have been awarded a free kick. Interesting there. Still a goalless situation in case you're just joining us from wherever, watching us live on VFC TV, that video.vandrosafc.com, where you get all Van Drosa FC games live for the 2020-2021 season. Ekenete Odom clears it, but it was a weak one. It's stopped right there as the game might flow into the half of MFM at the moment. Van Drosa FC, in case you're just joining us, are spotting their traditional away jersey. That's all round orange, while they were at home to Lagos, Team Lagos on Sunday, with the white top over the blue shorts. Well, for now, we don't know which one of the jerseys brings them luck, but we could say that when they're in white and blue, or whether they're in orange, they work wonders. And what do the MFM defenders make of this? They seem very calculated there. Looking at the referee to see something, as the man was brought down quite shakily there, but the referee says play on. It's a 1-2 with the MFM players. What did they do? Michael Nelson, the mathematics graduate. Well, didn't seem to calculate that one so well, as it ends in favor of MFM FC. Throwing quickly taken. Lawrence Effiong is brought down. And this time it's a throw-in for Van Reza FC.
Well, a double in change to be made by MFM with Alabi and Kennedy Nom coming in for the MFM side, and going out will be Tenim Adebayo, who has had a very, very good game. He has been behind almost everything good going forward for MFM, as we saw him like shooting from midfield in the first half and going very, very close. But right now, Kennedy Nom, one of the oldest players in the MFM squad, was captain the team in the Nigerian National League when they were still playing in there.
That's a lovely save by Okeke Anderson. And the ball is still in play. Interesting shot right there. I'm sure that he didn't see that coming, but was waiting with a lot. Leo Adebayo clears the lines there. Straight to goalkeeper Jerry Isaac, who distributes the ball with his defenders. Tenim Adebayo sending it in, but it's sent back. And this time it's Amos Okoro. He couldn't withstand that challenge. MFM go once again. And now they go for the kill. They stops that one. The referee says that was a very clumsy one.
A very needless challenge by Udom in the air, as he already had the ball. There was no need for him to bring down the MFM attacker. So MFM has a very decent chance of getting a cross into the box from just behind the 18-yard box.
All right, so man down as play is stopped momentarily. We do understand it's just a friendly encounter, so we don't expect any rash challenge from any of the sides. And Ekenete Odom goes into the referee's book for the wrong reasons. I do understand he had another challenge before, which was overlooked, but this time the referee says no, he gets into the book. It's a yellow card for the giant who's used to defending and scoring as well. The changes to be made. Lord Damilare comes off. He featured in the game against Team Lagos, and Lawrence Effiong, who also had his time in that first game, comes off. Yet another substitution for Coach Raphael Everton. That makes 3 substitutions so far in this second half, and I expect that that's right, 3 substitutions overall for Raphael Everton as MFM have a free kick to be taken by jersey number 20 standing over it. Tricky here as the referee tries to settle up the 18. So Dayo Alabi, the man standing over the ball, does he take it? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. A tricky one there. And it's a man who earned Vandals FC that and MFM that free kick, who clears it out. Ekereto Udo with a lovely header right there to take it out. Sawaledo there, not giving anything, leaving anything to chance in marking its man. In the end, he gets a throw in. This time it's for Vandals FC. It's Ekereto Udo who will take it very quickly. The referee says no. A substitution first must come. Another double substitution for MFM. Don't forget, Lawrence Ifyong came off for Damilare in the for Vandals FC just some minutes ago. Well, MFM also have another substitution. We'll get you up to speed with that. Just a short while ago, Tony Bullis brought in Kennedy Num and took out Alabi, and now it's Ali Adebayo and Yebuchi Ifai who have come off. Well, Desmond and Alami have come in for the MFM side. Still wanting stuff right here at the Soccer Temple in Agege. Vandals FC and MFM playing out a golden situation so far. As we look at our clock, it's 19 into the second half, 65 minutes gone in this encounter. Promise I didn't ask you at halftime. Well, in case you're hearing some noises abroad, it's the Agege Stadium is situated just under the route of airplanes, because it is situated near the Multan Mohammed International Airport, the airport, and so this is a route for airplanes. You might be hearing a number of them while we run this commentary, and of course you had some during the first half. MFM in control once again. And through one set right there, Dayo Alabi. MFM still in control. Damilare trying to end his play for the week. Referee hands up one over to MFM. Clumsily taken, he says. They'll have to go again. It's interesting to see the side. Watch Vandals coach Rafael Everton there. Seems to be speaking some Portuguese, and the only person who understands that on the pitch is no doubt Ibo Junior. I'm not sure he'll be expecting Michael Nelson to hear what he said. Okay. I don't kick him Anderson there at the back. The clearance was from Michael Nelson, by the way, just to be on the safe side, and that was just as the referee had signified an infringement and a free kick to Vandals FC.
Well, MFM have been trying to build from the defense line ever since the second half started, and they've made like about 9 changes so far in the second half, almost like changing the all in starting 11 that started this game. It shows that they're not really after this in the victory, just trying to like test a lot of players and get them into the right playing mode going into the next encounter against Kora United. It's not a win at all cost situation from MFM. You could see from their level of play, and it's all about the understanding of the team, trying to make sure that the team chemistry keep building that out of their next encounter. For Vandals, most of the changes they've made in the second half.
Yeah, interesting changes they have made, but had to announce, just point out a little altercation right there. The Ekereto Udo involved in that one again. Not so good for the young man who probably has a knack for getting to the wrong end of the referee's books. We don't want that. And by we, I'm sure that Coach Everton will not want that. A player who's prone to getting cards. But one thing I do know about Akelechi Odom is that he sort of like does everything. Knows how to mark. Definitely every player should know how to do that. He knows when to overlap and see how he can get the goals. He's just such an ambitious player, just as Ivo Junior was rushing forward. And look at that! It looks like let's go! It doesn't happen! How did Ivo Junior miss that one? Going from getting a yellow card and being reprimanded by Coach Everton to almost getting a gift. In fact, he got a gift and should have just buried the ball. Probably a chip just over the goalkeeper of MFM, Jerry Isaac, who was lucky to have had his leg on that ball at the right time. He must also give it to the goalkeeper indeed. And then look at that. Ivo trying to make amends with a lovely taking corner kick. As Van der Sar try again to see what they can make of this. It's a Akelechi Odom who knows how to use his head. Interesting moment so far in this game. And it's Ivo once again. Van der Sar have been asking the latest questions, but it's nicely collected right now by Jerry Isaac, the goalkeeper of MFM.
Well, we've seen the best of Jerry Isaac in in 60 seconds, right from the chance Ivo Junior had. It was 1 hour with the goalkeeper, but miscued his effort, but he could give it into the position of the goalkeeper. Knew when to just come out and to attack. And from the crosses, subsequent crosses from Ivo Junior and co, the goalkeeper has been agile, and his response time has been very, very quick enough to deny Van der Sar in the opener. So far so good. We're beginning to see the best of Van der Sar. We are beginning to ask questions of the MFM defense.
All right then. They say knock and the door shall be opened up to you. It looks like the door was almost open. Maybe Van der Sar need to knock a lot harder next time as they prepare to take Delta Force, take on Delta Force this Saturday at the Guashuku. It's Captain Oyekachi Akakem who's down. That certainly will not be a good sight for Coach Raphael Everton to behold. Well, he played no part in the first friendly here on Sunday. The team considered a goal. But we just hope that there are no major worries in this one as play stopped momentarily right now as Captain Oyekachi Akakem is attended to an FA Cup winner himself with Raphael Everton back in 2016. It's interesting how he has followed his coach into Van der Sar FC as well. A player who once had a stint abroad in Georgia, I suppose, before returning. And what other club could he possibly sign up for than the most innovative football club in Nigeria at the moment? Talking about Van der Sar FC. Well, they have to translate the sort of innovation they have outside the pitch, on the pitch. And this is a great test, no doubt, for both sides, if you want to say. By the way, it's a plan for Van der Sar FC to broadcast all games on VFC TV. So all you simply need to do is go download the Van der Sar FC mobile app on Google Play Store or iStore if you use iPhones, iOS that is, and you will be live onto VFC TV. It's a free trial right now. Well, very soon the subscriptions will start. So take advantage of this one right now. And even if the subscription starts, it would be like you're paying next to nothing. Well, next to come on the pitch is the Cameroonian, a former Cameroonian player He did play for the Cameroon under-20 team some years ago. Pedersen Ajong, former Heartland FC player, and it looks like he will be taking over from Onyekachi Akakem, the captain. Ajong was captain of the game on Sunday. And look at that, up front it's Ibo Junior, who is, to be candid, has been getting to the ball somehow and trying to look for his men in the 18 right there. It hasn't been happening for him.
Well, it's been lacking the final touch anytime. His build-up play, very good. As he has showed that he's very, very skillful. As on numerous occasions, he's been able to beat his marker, but that final touch still lacking from the Brazilian. But encouraging so far from the Brazilian. Anytime he has the ball, you know that Van Dresa will be creating in something. But if there will be someone at the back of those chances, those are stuff that we are not sure of. And another thing right now is Akakem, who has been arguably the best player on the pitch for Van Dresa. He has been
no more on the pitch.
Yeah, he has been substituted due to injury, and Ajong, the Cameroonian, just came on for him. So it will look. Let's just see how well the Van Dresa defense will be able to cope without their captain, because they've looked very solid with their captain in the back line. Right now that it's not on a pitch, let's see how they will be able to intrude things and make the necessary arrangement to make sure that they are still solid in here. But that would also surely be a big blow to the manager if is unable to shake off the injury scare ahead of their match against Zeta Frost.
All right. Well, I prefer not to use the word injury. I prefer to use the word knock, because you can quickly recover from a knock. An injury might be far-fetched. And so with the way that Onyekachi Akakem got off the pitch, he wasn't limping, was strolling, an indication that his legs will still be useful on Saturday, as that was a useful pass, but the end result was quite useless, if I may say, as the striker it was intended for didn't get to the ball. And I'm talking about the pass from the man who's now taken over the captain's armband, Ramo Akoni, who is one of the midfielders right there for MFM FC. Well, we talk about MFM as a team of tradition, some history, took the nation and the world by storm at some time. During the time when we had the likes of Stephen O'Day, Sikiro Olatubosun, and their charismatic coach back then, Fidelis Ilechukwu. MFM today seem to be the same sort of team from that time. Now a mid-table team. But it's interesting to know they haven't lost right here this season. They've not lost at the Agege Stadium this season. That's probably an indication that this season might be different from maybe the last season. As Everton prepares to make yet another substitution, that would make it substitution number 5 for Raphael Everton. Is one of the new guys. Who makes an entry. MFM would also be having a substitution as well. Adeyinka Taiwo is coming in for Amo Mumuni, while Ivo Junior seems to be getting his last bit of action. Raphael Everton has had enough of Ivo in this game. What would you say, is that strategic? I mean, you were saying also that he seems not to be, getting those final balls and final touches to it. I think he has, however, been at the end of the ball at a lot of times. But Victor Bassett comes in right now. What do you think about this substitution by Everton? Taking out Evo Junior?
Well, you could see from the response of the player that he's disappointed in himself, because he had the best in chance of the game to get in the opener, but fluffs his lines, and the guy just needs to get goals, because we know for strikers they get their confidence by scoring. If he could go on a streak of maybe 2-3 matches by scoring, he would like regain his confidence. And just back-to-back matches now, no good for the Brazilian, but you could see from his performance that he works hard for the team. He's involved in the build-up play, just that final ball which is lacking, and a goal will surely be good for his confidence going forward.
All right, goal needed for his confidence. He'll be quite disappointed with himself, no doubt. But ultimately, we do see he's a player of great talents, great skills and capability, and is definitely a great addition to Van der FC after being the first signing of the season. By the way, Van der should be unveiling and announcing some of its new signings just before the game on Saturday. We're looking forward to that. Some of those players are actually involved in the 2 test friendlies right now, and it was just to enable the coach pick out the ones who would eventually make the cut and be announced as official Van der players. So some of the players that you see here, except the regular ones like the Akakims and the Pedersens and the Samuel Edoho, Christopher Lolo, Evo Junior, Michael Nelson, those are regulars. Some definitely would have to wait until Friday at most to find out if they will be inducted into the Lion Fold. Still goalless situation right here at the Soccer Temple Agege. A match between the co-tenants of this stadium. A match that many would have loved to see physically. 18 minutes gone, and the only highlights we're seeing were missed chances by Evo Junior, a yellow card conceded there by Ekenete Odom, and at some point we had players who on the pitch, screaming in agony over knocks here and there. But thankfully, no stretcher has carried anyone off the pitch. It shows that it's not an ill-tempered game, no doubt. Even though the two sides will be fighting to see who has the upper hand of this speech. It's very silly. And that is Amos Okoro for Van der FC! Oh no! That was another opportunity. Go begging. Damilare got his head to it, but wasn't well positioned. Seemed to be running into the net at that point. Didn't want to take chances to be stationary at right there in the 18. A lovely 1-2, but it was not enough to result into a goal as MFM attacked on the other side. Rapid response that was, but it was a weak shot. A weak shot that couldn't trouble goalkeeper Anderson Akeke that much. Alabi with that one. Interesting play right there, but yet another opportunity for Van der FC.
Yeah, big opportunity for Van der, especially Amos Okoro. Had the opportunity of shooting at goal, but decided to cross. It was more of a shot rather than a cross for the unlocking Damilare. Damilare could not really connect with the ball because it's not the tallest of players on the pitch, so he struggled to get in the ball on target. But great opportunity from Van der in the air. It was like a great play from the midfield to release Amos Okoro, and he could see his timing to be the offside track was just very, very spot on, and impressive play from Van der.
Impressive play, but it's opportunities like that that should be converted to show how ready they are. attack-wise, you must agree. So far, it's 5 shots on target by Van Dresser FC, 1 from MFM, which is what we've seen. That's cheeky one that couldn't trouble Anderson Okeke. Shots on target, 7 for MFM, 2 for Van Dresser FC. VFC have been caught offside once. They have considered 2 yellow cards going to Ivo Junior and Ekirite Udom, while they've had 3 corner kicks, while 1 for MFM. Another substitution, Tosi Olubukola coming in for Aja. Interesting name there. Badra FC looks like they need this win. But like we discussed earlier on, it's avoiding defeat in this game. It's a moral booster for both sides. MFM take on Kwara United. VFC take on Delta Force. Once again, it's a Kirito Udom. And the referee looks at him more like, you this boy, you again. Kirito Udom putting his body, mind, soul and body into that one. And I'm sure that after this game, the MFM players will be talking about how he has really troubled them right there at the back, including making sure that they get down on the pitch. Well, he's been booked once. Hopefully he'll not be booked again, the player. Scorer of Van Dresser's first goal in professional football, December 2019, the 65th minute goal against Bayelsa United. Well, interesting turn of events. They'll be hoping that the game against Delta Force will hold as proposed, because some breaking news from the Nigerian National League indicates that there will be an emergency congress on that same day that Van Dresser FC are to play Delta Force. Promise, an indication that it looks like the NNL doesn't kick off on Saturday anymore. An emergency congress has been fixed for that day. Why disturb it? A statement from the NNL actually says the decision for the congress has become critical following the inability of the 46 clubs to meet requirements for registration. Now, why do we not have some rules and regulations guiding things like this? If you do not register on time, then you're chucked out of the league. Why do we have to meet again to decide how to accommodate teams that have not met registration deadline? Quite disturbing there. Van Dresser FC would go on preparing for the league whenever it comes. And talking about whenever it comes, will the goal be coming right now? Damilare Christopher Lolo showing the stuff he's made up right there. Some experienced clearance, you'd say. Promise we'll get back to that discussion, but right now I'm already mad. I'm mad about what I'm hearing. Clumsy challenge right there. I guess we can talk about this very quickly.
Yeah, for the teams that are prepared for the National League, just like Van Dresser, they'll be very, very disappointed to hear this news after the match, because they are already, you could see from the friendly matches that have been played, the signings that will be announced very soon, that they are ready for the new campaign. So it is like this, not very encouraging for teams who have done all their all to be ready for the new campaign. And we could also cut like some of the teams who are yet to fully register for the new campaign some slack, as we know that COVID has been affecting a lot of a lot of
Okay, so
things.
COVID is not affecting Van der Zee. Is
Yeah.
that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that is why they've been given like time to like be properly prepared before the start of the campaign. It will be better instead of having matches being postponed due to one reason or the
That's a
other.
situation here. We'll come back to that. It's security who do once again, who's in the center of it. He finds his way into the 18, tries to get a goal. It looks like he was trying to give an overhead kick, but he should have seen a man in front of him. In some cases, that could force the referee to bring out his book once again. All right, Ekete Odom has to really be careful. Yes, he's a very vociferous player, wants to be at the center of everything good, but sometimes it might turn out bad. There's a man down right now. Attention shifts from Ekete Odom to Van der Zee's Samuel. That cannot be Samuel Eto'o. It's we need to get a clear picture of the man who's on ground at the moment. Quite unfortunate. It looks, if we can get a replay of that one.
Samuel.
Wow. All right. Well, while we're waiting for play to resume, and hopefully that is not as serious as it looks, we could still go back talking. It's Christopher Lolo who's actually the man who's on ground. Lolo is in jersey number 8. And Pedersen Ajong standing over him there just to be sure that he's okay. The replay shows that he was tripped by MFM's Mumuni. Is back up. And the ball goes out of play for the throw in. So, promise, as we begin to wind down this game, we wind down with the information that the Nigerian National League, and this is breaking. I'm hearing it first right here on Van der Zee FC TV, that VFC TV, that the NML is likely now to start on the 3rd of February. About 4 days after the expected kickoff. Well, I wonder if you cannot kick off on Saturday, what would change 4 days after? You know, that's a question I needed to ponder on as we get back to action on the pitch. It's MFM who are looking for a goal. "90 minutes on the clock. A last minute goal would really excite them. The bench of MFM, in case you're hearing noises all about, it's coming all the way from the bench of the MFM and their supporters who are here. Or not, a lot of supporters just very scanty right here observing the COVID-19 protocol. As you can see from your screen, we're hearing the noises right here, expecting that before the game they were saying, show them who the landlords of the pitch are, landlords of the Agigiti soccer champion. But what if, just what if, Van der Zee FC do shock their opponents today and get a late win? For now, we'll just ask those questions, expect that the players will answer. It's Damilare who sent it in. It's easily taken by Jerry Isaac. Looks for his man. Alabi finds Asego. Izuchukwu Chimezie. Alabi again, taken over by Nelson. Okoro wasn't watching his man right there. And Okoro will expect the ball again. Yes, that's Amos Okoro. Brought down. 90 minutes on the clock. 3 additional minutes we saw, and it looks like any second now it's going to be the blast of the referee's whistle. So far, so good.
It's been a very good game, though we've not seen. And
so good or not so good?
It's been a good game. But as a fan, I'm disappointed that we've not been able to celebrate a goal, as a goal could have livened things up and made the fans more happy. But it's not been a boring match. It could have been goalless, but not boring. And one man who has been very impressive.
Almost celebrated a goal right there. The Kerete goal gives us the last kick of the game. I told you the young man likes to be at the center of every action. And no doubt he gets noticed. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all done and dusted right here. And Vandra FC and MFM share the spoils at the Agege Stadium. In summary, what have we just seen?
It's been an entertaining match. I'm very delighted
to be part of this commentary, and it's nice seeing two of the best teams in Lagos getting to play, and we should be expecting more of this in matchup in the coming weeks in the FA Cup. You will surely be seeing Vandresa and MFM locking arms, and this is just the beginning of many more matches between both teams. This may have ended goalless, but I'm very sure that subsequently we won't get a lot of goals in encounters between these teams.
All right, thank you very much for being part of the commentary team. Thomas Ebu making his debut on the Vandra FC broadcast commentary team. Ekekere Monday has been here as well. She was putting the commentaries in the first half before I took over. My name is George Essien. It's been a delight. We didn't see the goals we expected, but we saw wonderful football, and we hope that Vandra FC will be able to score goals when they start their campaign. This time will not be saying on Saturday anymore, because we've broken the news for you. The NNL does not kick off on Saturday. In place of that, there will be an extraordinary meeting of the NNL with a view to starting the league on February 3rd, which is a Wednesday. We hope and just hope that that will be settled. On behalf of all of us right here, the Vandra FC media crew, including the directors of the transmission and everyone who's made this possible, and you out there, good night and God bless. See you at our next match.
We won't walk that road without you. We are strong when we are one. We will roar and take our place. Let us rise and raise the flag. We are Vandresa. We are Vandresa. We are lions of Niger. We are Vandresa. We are Vandresa. We are lions of Niger. Well, 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 well. Through the storm and through the rain, we have come, we will prevail. Let your light now guide us through. Well, 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 well. We won't walk that road without you. We are strong when we are one. We will roar and take our place. Let us rise and raise the flag. We are Vandresa. We are Vandresa. We are lions of Niger. We are Vandresa. We are Vandresa.
Coach Everton, how do you feel about this game? Playing a goalless draw with that.
Yeah, the game today is we play against good side, Premier League side. It's a good game. It's a good test for us. They have good team, so today the game is very fine. I'm very happy what the boys did inside the pitch. When you have to play is a different style of play. Premier League games is different. When we go to play against Premier League side, this is a different type of game. So I know that the game is difficult. Today is a tactical game. Today is a tactical game. If you look well, the last game is different for this one. When we play against professional in the Premier League side, is any mistake is a goal. So we know what we do today. We make conversation with the boys, and the boys did well inside the pitch.
All right.
We know it's a difficult league for that. Congratulations for them. I hope they do well for Premier League side.
All right. Coach.
Thank you.
Hope you are not taking this. Hope it's not live. You played Van Dresa FC today. It ended in a goalless situation. What's your take on the game?
Very competitive game. Both sides played very well. We had our chances.
What you opposition today, Van as of the stadium. One day.
You're welcome.
Sorry, sir.
Thank you.
We won't walk that road without you. We are strong when we are one. We will run and take our place. Let us rise and raise the flag. We are Van Dresa. We are Van Dresa. We are Lions of Nigeria. We are Van Dresa. We are Van Dresa. We are Lions of Nigeria. Well, 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 well. Through the storm and through the rain, we have come, we will prevail. Let your light now guide us through, for we need your help, oh God. We are Van Dresa. We are Van Dresa. We are Lions of Nigeria. We are Van Dresa. We are Van Dresa. We are Lions of
know you can make money as a Van Dresa FC supporter? Yes! Just sign up and start earning. Step 1. Visit store.vandresafc.com. Click on Refer and Earn. Step 2. Fill in your details and register. Or log in if you have an account already. And Step 3. Copy your referral URL. Share to your friends and start. Do you